Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at life and thought, I should be further along by now? I have, and that moment changed everything for me. My name is Gerard Phillips. I'm a network implementation manager where I lead a team of 26 engineers and project managers across Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico. I'm also the author of Journey of a Growth Mindset for anyone who's ever felt stuck, uncertain, like they were meant for more. But before all that, I was 20 years old, a new father, a first-time homeowner. I wasn't lost, I was focused. I had responsibilities that most people my age had never imagined. While my friends were exploring their options, I was executing a plan. I wasn't struggling, but I was carrying weight most people couldn't see. Pressure to succeed, pressure to lead, pressure to make it all work. Not just for me, but for my family. And even though I was checking all the boxes, I felt like something was missing. I had direction, but no destination. I had drive, but no map. That's when I started to ask myself, is this all I'm meant for? Or is there more? That question stayed with me. And for a while, I didn't have the answer. I kept working, providing for my family, and building a solid career. But it wasn't until I transitioned from network installer to engineer that everything changed. The job was different. The environment was faster. The expectation was higher. And I realized that if I wanted to succeed, I had to shift my mindset. I had to stop saying, I've never done this before, and start saying, I can figure this out. I didn't step into leadership for the title. I did it to help others. I wanted to be a part of the change, to motivate, to support, and to lead by example. And during that time, something started to shake. I began reflecting on everything I had learned, the promotions, the setbacks, the decisions to go back to school after 2 decades, and I realized I had a story worth sharing. That's when the idea for Journey of a Growth Mindset was born. Not at 25, but in my 40s, after living the lessons I now share. I wrote the book because I knew there were others out there like me, people doing their best, still feeling stuck, people with potential, but no roadmap. And I wanted to give them what I wish I had back then, a guide to help them move forward. Writing this book helped me realize just how far I've come. It gave me the chance to step back and reflect on my journey and to see the growth. So today, I wanted to talk about something simple but powerful. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence aren't fixed. They can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It's not about being perfect. It's about being willing to try, willing to fail, willing to grow. It's the difference between saying, I can't do this, and I can't do this yet. That mindset didn't just help me grow, it helped me lead. Over the next 3 years, I moved from engineer to supervisor and eventually to network implementation manager. At 44 years old, I made one of the biggest decisions of my life. I went back to college, and not only did I finish, I graduated summa cum laude in business leadership. Not because I'm a genius, trust me, I still Google how to convert PDFs to Word, but because I was willing to grow. I showed up, I kept learning, I didn't quit. Here's what I learned. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to believe that you can figure it out. That belief that you can grow, adapt, and rise is what changed everything for me. And it can for you too. Let me ask you something. Where in your life are you playing it safe? What's one area you've been telling yourself, I'm just not good at that? What if that's not true? What if you just haven't learned it yet? That's the power of a growth mindset. It gives you permission to try, to fail, to learn, and to rise. That's why I wrote Journey of a Growth Mindset. Not because I have all the answers, but because I wanted to share what I learned. And here's my promise to you and your team. Journey of a Growth Mindset will help you break through stagnation, rediscover momentum, build resilience in the face of uncertainty and change, develop authentic leadership from the inside out, take consistent, confident action towards your personal and professional goals. It's not just a book, it's a mindset shift, a practical toolkit, a mirror to reflect your potential, and a movement for those who are ready to grow. And I'm living proof that it works, because if someone like me, who started with no degree, no direction, no roadmap, can grow into a leader, then so can you. And if you're wondering if it's too late, let me tell you this. I didn't start my transformation until I was in my 40s. And now I'm here speaking to you. That's the power of a growth mindset. So if something in this message spoke to you, don't let it fade. Write it down, share it with someone, or take one small step today toward the growth you've been putting off. Because your mindset is the key to everything. Thank you.